I'm the founder and CEO of ShareLove Fund. Today we are live on YouTube. We have Peter Icavello from Presence Wellness Sanctuary.
Hello.
In Westport, Connecticut. Presence Wellness Spa. I don't know.
One of those
Flippers
things.
And all. Yes, with this client-centered approach, you can call it what you want.
Exactly.
And this is week 9 of our RYT 200 registered yoga teacher 200-hour training. So welcome to becoming a yoga teacher. Each week we sort of highlight a pose of the week, and our pose of the week is extended side angle. Whoops. Which is
or drunk side angle.
Like
and then the arm goes overhead. Yeah. So may I?
Yes.
In today's pose, we're going to show some modifications to make it accessible for everyone.
And we'll just go into a regular class because a lot of our teacher trainees have commented that they've never actually been to a yoga class. And so we'll try to also give you a little bit of a class feel as well.
Perfect. So with that said, Ashley, I would love to begin with some centering and some breath work if possible. So I'm going to ask you just to come to a nice, comfortable seat.
I'm just going to move this. Okay. Thank you.
Come to a nice, comfortable seat. And let's begin to close our eyes or have a soft gaze. And then begin to take an internal scan of our body. And let's draw attention to the space between the eyebrows. Soften our eyelids. A lot of times we press our eyelids shut. Notice that we hold tension in that part of our face. Let's draw attention to our jaw and our neck by parting our lips ever so slightly. And then drawing our shoulders down and away from our ears. And rooting the crown of the head, so the top of the head toward the sky, to create length in the back of the neck. And then draw the belly gently in and up, one navel, to support our spine. And let's draw attention to our hips. Soften our hips. Draw attention to our knees, our thighs, shins, and feet. And let's begin to draw attention to our hamstrings, our buttocks, lower back, mid, upper back. And then begin to draw attention to our arms, our chest, our belly. And as we scan our body, are there any areas of tension that need to be addressed? If so, simply draw the breath, bring the breath to those areas. Quiet them. Use the power of the breath to mold and ease into this posture. Sitting, centering. And let's begin to have our palms face up on our thighs, ready to receive this moment. On your next inhale, fill the belly like a balloon as we inhale through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth with a sigh as we begin to land in our seat. Inhale. And exhale with a sigh. Inhale. Exhale with a sigh. As we draw focus and attention deeper and deeper within. Inhale. And exhale with a sigh. And then very, very slowly begin to come to your yogic breath, 3-part yogic breath. As we inhale, fill the belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale from the chest, ribs, and belly. Ujjayi breath, which is studied in our embodiment section, yoga philosophy section, our breath section. There are between 5 and 7 breaths we learn in our 200 hours. This is the basic, accessible breath, Ujjayi breath, 3-part yogic breath, just as a reminder. If you don't know any other breaths, this is the perfect one to always come home to. Because yoga is coming home to yourself. One with yourself. Union with yourself. And then from there, union with others. Few more rounds of breath. Either with your eyes closed or having a soft gaze. Slowly, without force, deep belly breaths. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale, fill the belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale from the chest, ribs, and belly. Inhale, fill the belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale from the chest, ribs, and belly. Nice and easy as we ground ourselves. Gain intuition as to what is coming. See the pose that we're trying to achieve today. Extended side angle. If we can envision it, we can achieve it. And then from here, I will ask you to allow your eyes to float open and just notice how you feel. As you begin to come to your normal cycle of breath, just inhaling through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. And then very slowly, let's begin to make our way onto our back. Hugging our thighs to chest, knees to chest. Again, we're lifting the restrictions here because we're no longer filming prenatal. We're back to our RYT 200. I have to say, ShareLove.Fund-RYT 200 is very accessible, very informative, and top-notch training. Why? Because it's me and Ashley training. That's how I know it's top-notch.
And we're not biased in any way.
No, not at all.
But we do advocate self-love, and you do need to vote for yourself, because if you don't vote for yourself, who will? And when you start with that work that you're proud of, that you actually would vote for yourself on,
Exactly.
then the rest follows.
And learning from a non-for-profit versus a for-profit, we're just humble here. Very simple, very humble, straightforward, and we try to make it accessible. And if there's something in your comments, please, so that to help us, we're always open for feedback. Always, always, always open for feedback. And then from here, actually, draw your arms alongside you and begin to extend your legs toward the sky. Nice and simple. Beginning with dead bug. So notice that you don't always have to begin every single yoga class with the traditional sun salutation. You can begin whichever way you want to, you deem to, necessary. Sometimes you want to feel a little lazy before you begin to move yourself into postures. So right now, what I love about this pose is we're doing a lymphatic drainage. What does that mean? We have lymph and blood. We have 2 circulatory systems. So right now, the lymph that's in our lower body, the blood that's in our lower body that's pooling, we're simply allowing it to drain into the upper body. This provides calm, ease, but also it's an active inversion. It's a very gentle inversion, but it's an active inversion. It also helps stretch the back of the legs, hamstrings. It engages our core, begins to fire up that inner heat. We begin to increase our metabolic rate, that fire that you feel in your belly. And if you want to add a little bit more heat to this, we'll have Ashley begin to Extend her arms up toward the sky. Palms facing in towards one another, shoulders away from the ears. So bring your arms down just a bit. Yes. And then draw your triceps in towards your ribs a little more. Yes. And I'm going to ask you to press your sacrum down by pulling your belly button in. So you're going to see Ashley's face change a shade, go from a shade of pink to red.
I'm like an angry bird.
And she's doing it with a smile, with a peaceful yogi smile. This does not look challenging. I will tell you, it is challenging. It is very challenging. Just to lie here for up to a minute, minute and a half, doing an inversion, it gets the whole entire body warmed up. You begin to schwitz or sweat, depending on which language you want. Live from New York, exactly. I have a client that says she doesn't sweat, she schwitzes. So, and then from here, Ashley, begin to lift your upper body just a bit. And then allow your head to fall back just a bit. No. Just bring the head back just a bit. Point the chin up toward the, there you go. That takes the pressure off the back of the neck. If we need to support our neck, I might ask Ashley to bring either her right or left hand behind her neck to support the head. Beautiful. And then from here, with her left hand, begin to touch her left foot 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take the left hand behind the head. And then right hand reaches for the right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now extend both arms up toward the sky. Breath in, breath out. Hug the knees to chest. Relax. If you don't think Ashley's warmed up, ask her. Look at her face. It changed from pink to red, ever so slightly. Now, she did an inversion where it's almost like a forward fold. So that is a forward fold, however you are on the ground. Now I'm going to actually ask Ashley to do a back bend. So you always want to achieve in yoga the 6 movements of the spine. So right there, we did flexion of the spine. Now we're going to do extension. Ashley's going to press her feet down toward the earth. She's going to lift her hips. Now we're extending the spine. So we're moving the spine in a different direction. So there's lots of options here. Ashley just went ahead and she interlaced her hands. That's one option. Another option is she can take her hands under her hips, press her hips up. No, under your hips. Yes. Press her hips up. And then lift her chin so she can open up the air.
This is kind of cool.
Kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
It's a great support. And then you can bring your elbows in a little bit more to create like a tripod.
I like this because often we do supported bridge with blocks.
Yep.
But since we have the incarcerated women's program and they don't have props, this is a way that, it's like a DIY blocks. Use your arms and elbows as your blocks.
And basically, stay right there.
It's actually really comfortable.
It's really comfortable. And again, you have to have the flexibility in the shoulders. You're using the heel of the hand to support you. And all you're doing is this part of the hand is reaching around the outer edge of the hip. So you're cupping the outer edge of the hip, and the hand looks like this. That's all, very simple. And it's comfortable, and it's usually accessible for most people. So we'll have her hold this for several breaths. So I'll ask Ashley, I'll come over and just ask permission. May I be touchy? So I'm going to ask you to press your knees into my hands. That stretches out her thighs ever so slightly. It also engages her back a little bit more, engages the hamstrings and glutes. So what are we trying to achieve here? A back bend. Again, if you're not incarcerated, you can use a block to support yourself. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can simply place a pillow for support, or you can use books. There's so many different things you can do. Now from here, Ashley, I'll ask you to release the hold of the hands. And then one other option, you can also walk your hands to get extra stretch in your chest and shoulders. Walk your hands towards your heels. There you go. Now, point your hips up toward the sky a bit more. Beautiful. This is a little bit more advanced. However, Again, another option.
This is also really nice to get your neck flat with the mat to
Yep.
increase the upper spine.
Well, yeah, to increase flexibility in the upper spine. Exactly. It's just a little bit more stretch from here to here, the thigh. And then you're stretching the psoas, belly button into the hip. Belly button into the hip. We sit down a lot at work, so this is a way to counteract that. And then from here, Ashley, I will ask you to simply draw your hands out to the sides. And then, on an 8 count, lower your hips toward the earth. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hug the knees to chest. So now we got her spine stretched out in 2 directions.
Sorry to do this, but it worked and it got a little
bit more heat.
warmed up. So
A little bit more heat, exactly.
he's making me work here. So we're gonna get to business. So
Yes, exactly.
all the layers of share love will be uncovered. Excuse me. Okay, so
No, but
now
what's awesome is it
now
looks,
we're this layer.
but it looks subtle, but it's very,
Yeah, but it
warms
makes
you up.
me work.
All right, so now we move the spine in 2 directions, extension and flexion. Now we need to move the spine in 4 more directions. How are we going to do that? We're going to draw your arms out to shoulder height. Palms facing down. And then from here, begin to allow your knees to drop over to the right side. Looking over your left shoulder. There was a nice little pop in Ashley's lower back there. Why did we get that pop? Because sometimes the muscles pull bone. So that pop happens in either your hip or your lower lumbar area, which is really, really great. People ask, is it good to crack your back? Chiropractors make a living doing it, so I think it's okay. And here you are being your own chiropractor for your lower body. So breathe into this space. So now we're doing a rotation of the spine in both directions. And then inhale, draw the knees up to center. Exhale them over towards the left side. Looking over your right shoulder. And be gentle with this. Be gentle.
I just want to add something. So one student said to me, I can't sleep at night and I'm wondering if I should just get up and be productive and just stop trying to sleep. And I said, what if you used your time trying to sleep being productive, but being productive in something that will help you fall asleep, meaning this stretch. So I recommend this stretch to students. If you can't fall asleep at night, then you know what, maybe you didn't have time to practice yoga that day. So maybe you can just do this stretch in bed, and it might just so happen that it might also help you fall asleep.
That's right. All right, inhale, knees up to center. And then hug the knees to chest one more time. So now we've achieved 4 movements of the spine. So now we need to do 2 more. So I'm going to ask Ashley to place her hands behind her knees and roll herself forward and back. So this is a great way to start working on your core. Roll yourself forward and back 3, 4, 5 times. I love this because you get a nice little crack sometimes in the upper part of the spine. And people, every time somebody does this, they smile. For whatever, why? Because we feel like we're children again.
It's true. We always say we have to play.
And here we are.
And so here you are.
So you come to a nice comfortable seat, and I'm going to ask you to face the camera. And then from here, what I'll ask you to do actually is simply take your hands directly out in front of you, interlace them, and then begin to point your fingers towards you, and then extend your arms to stretch. And then bring the arms up toward the sky. And now let's begin to lean to the left, the other left. And extend the arms. Now look up to the right. Beautiful. So now we move the spine in 2 other directions. Lateral flexion, left and right. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the right. Looking up to the left. Extending those arms. So Ashley is stretching the entire side body. From that left forearm into the left underarm, lat muscle, intercostal muscles, those are the muscles between the ribs, and hip flexor and hip. And then inhale, come to center, and then keep pressing those hands up, pull, 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 drop the head back just a bit. And then begin to extend the arms directly out in front of you, And then begin to just rotate to the left. And then rotate right. Beautiful. Now we're nice and warmed up, nice and stretched out. I'm going to ask you to come onto all fours. So from tabletop. So again, just a different entry, different way to warm up the body. And Ashley, do you feel nice and warm?
Yeah,
Oh.
no, it's by the mini layer shed.
Yes,
I
exactly.
have been known to wear an infinite amount of layers.
Hey, listen, it's easier to have layers on and take them off versus like just wear like just a sweater, right? Or a thick yoga pants, right? So it's a lot easier. I prefer to dress in layers too. So inhale, tuck the toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. Now, her first down dog of the day. However, she did this, if you look at this, it says this is an inversion. If she was lying on her back, it would look the same. Oh, we have the notorious slipping and sliding
It's
again.
fine.
All right, now inhale, come high up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, high to the tippy toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Beautiful. Walking the dog just a bit. Yeah, just stretch out the back of the legs, back body. And then from here, inhale, right leg lifts. Bend your knee, open up the hip. Exhale, right foot, right wrist. Beautiful. And then lower the left knee down. Extend the arms overhead as you inhale. Exhale, arms up toward the sky. Press your hips forward and then arch back just a bit. Lifting up and out of the waist. Beautiful. Inhale. On the exhale, begin to fold at the hip. Frame your right foot. Inhale, step the right foot back to plank. So you have to lift the left knee. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale to baby cobra or cobra, whatever you're feeling in your practice today. Exhale, downward facing dog. So you see, we weaved in a little sun salutation here. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Exhale, left foot, left wrist. Inhale, drop the right knee down. Exhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Low lunge or Anjayasana. Right hip forward, left hip slightly back. Lift up and out of the waist, drop the head back. Get a stretch in that front hip flexor, front part of the thigh, left hamstring. Maybe even across the groin. Inhale. On the exhale, begin to lower the hands toward the earth as you frame your left foot. Exhale it out here. Inhale, step the left foot back to plank. Inhale, knees, chest, chin. Exhale into cobra. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now from here, inhale, right leg lifts, bend the knee, open up the hip. Exhale, right foot, right wrist. Press into your right foot, press into the left foot. Scissor the inner thighs in towards one another. Inhale, and exhale, begin to rise up to high lunge. Beautiful, beautiful. Good job, Ashley. Hug the thighs in towards one another. Lift up out of the waist. And then from here, inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, begin to rotate so that your left elbow comes on the outside of your right thigh. Beautiful. And then extend your right arm up toward the sky. Left arm, left hand down towards your right ankle. Beautiful. Inhale.
And then
Inside or outside, whatever you're feeling comfortable with. Notice that they're both accessible. So I always say that's a yogi's choice and a flexibility choice. And then from here, inhale, lower your right hand down to earth. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale, sweep your body forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra or baby cobra. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend the knee, open up the hip. The other right leg.
This is advanced anatomy.
Exhale, step your right foot between the hands.
It's like AP, right and left.
Beautiful. Inhale, hug the thighs in towards one another, press into your right foot, energize your left heel, rise up to high lunge. Bring your left foot slightly back, another inch or two. Inhale, lift up and out of the waist. Exhale, begin to rotate that left heel down at a 90-degree angle, parallel with the back of the mat. 90-degree angle. Right foot is parallel with the front of the mat. Right knee over right ankle. Left heel in line with the left knee. Now, extend your right arm forward, left arm back. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now from here, inhale, extend your right hand forward, flip the palm. Exhale, let's extend that right arm up toward the sky. Peaceful warrior. Beautiful. Reach up and out of the waist. Hug the thighs in towards one another. Press into the outer edge of that left heel. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, begin to straighten out that right leg. And then take your right hand to right shin. Extend your left arm up toward the sky. Peel that left shoulder back. Beautiful. Inhale. And then now from here, begin to bring your left hand to left hip. Beautiful. Now from here, inhale, bend your right knee. Place your forearm onto the knee. Exhale, extend your left arm up toward the sky. Press your right forearm into your right knee. Peel your left shoulder back a bit more. Good. Look down at the right hand. Look up at the left. And then from here, inhale. Exhale, extend your left arm overhead. Beautiful. Extended side angle. Breathe, Ashley. Here we are, our peak pose, extended side angle. We'll revisit this. Inhale, extend your right arm out, left arm down, and then right arm up toward the sky, back to peaceful warrior. And then from here, begin to place both hands onto the hips. Turn your right foot in to be 90 degrees or parallel with the side of the mat. Turn the right foot in, the other in.
More.
In.
You want this right foot more
pointed in.
But like not.
No, pointed.
Okay.
Pointed in.
Okay. Some of us don't color within the lines.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, fine.
Inhale, extend the arms up toward the sky. Exhale, begin to rotate your left foot. Beautiful. And here we are, warrior 2 on the left side. Inhale, right hand comes alongside you. Exhale, left arm up. Peaceful warrior. The other side.
Okay,
I told you it's a comedy routine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then from here, you begin to straighten out that left leg and bring your left hand to shin. Beautiful. Now from here, inhale, begin to bend your left knee, place your forearm onto the knee. Exhale, extend your right arm up toward the sky. And then inhale, extend your right arm overhead. Beautiful, Ashley. Nice one long line of energy from that right hand all the way to the outer edge of that right foot. And then from here, inhale the right hand to the back of the right thigh. Exhale, left arm up toward the sky, back to peaceful warrior. And then from here, inhale as we windmill the hands down, frame our left foot. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale, sweep your body forward just a bit. Hold plank. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog. Beautiful. Shoulders away from the ears. Up dog. And then from here, inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your feet towards your hands, forward fold. Jump, hop, or just simply step. Let the head completely go. Hug the opposite elbows. Inhale. Half lift. Beautiful. Nice flat back. Half lift. Beautiful. Now press into your feet as you inhale. Exhale, come to mountain pose. Notice that we kept her in tabletop for just a few moments there. Stretch the hamstrings, legs, and then have your palms facing forward. Close your eyes and have a soft gaze. So you see we worked her from one side of the mat back to the other. Uh-oh, she's all turned around now. There's no wrong way. There's just a way that you feel comfortable. Inhale, arms reach out and overhead. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, step your right foot back. High lunge. Inhale, lower your right foot down at a 90-degree angle. Exhale, warrior two. Beautiful, good job, Ashley. Warrior two. Inhale, right hand to the back of right thigh. Exhale, extend the left arm up toward the sky. And inhale, left forearm to left thigh. Exhale, extend the right arm overhead. Overhead. Extended side angle. One long line of energy, straighten out that right arm just a bit more. Beautiful. And if you wanted to add a little bit more heat, I would ask Ashley to just step her right foot back just a few more inches. Beautiful. Now we're going to take this a little further. We're going to have Ashley take her left elbow on the inside of her left knee. Left elbow on the inside of the knee. And then reach under with your left hand. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay. No
And then
more
reach
free
behind.
lunches. Okay.
That's right. That's right. So we can do a bind, just a quick little bind, or we can do a half bind by Ashley just releasing the hold and just having her hands. The right arm comes behind the right shoulder. Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. And then from here, we're going to windmill that left arm up, right arm up, come back to warrior two.
Okay.
Beautiful. And then inhale, windmill the arms down. Exhale, step back to plank.
The binds are so good.
Inhale, sweep your body forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Exhale, left foot to left wrist. Inhale, pivot that right foot down at a 90-degree angle. Exhale, windmill the arms up into warrior two. So you see, we're doing different versions, coming in, entering and exiting different ways. Just so you see, so this is a classic vinyasa, going from chair pose back. We're going from chair pose, we started out with chair pose the other way. Now we're coming from down dog to warrior. I'm sorry, down dog, up dog, down dog to warrior two. So just a different way of entering and exiting. Just want you guys to have an open mind about your approach. There is no wrong way. Inhale, the right hand comes behind the right thigh, left hand up toward the sky.
Okay,
Sorry.
let me do this on the ground so I'm less slippery. Okay, so behind.
No, I'm sorry, my fault. Left hand comes behind the left thigh, right hand goes up toward the sky into peaceful warrior.
Oh, okay,
Peaceful
great, okay.
Peaceful warrior.
Okay, peaceful warrior,
Yes.
got it, okay.
And then inhale, right forearm comes to right thigh. Left arm up, overhead. The other overhead. Now, sometimes Ashley's neck bothers her, so I would have her look down towards her right foot, look up towards her left arm. Right, look down and look up. So this is how you get a kink out of the neck. Now, let's take her left hand behind her to do a half bind first. Left hand behind you. So this is considered a half bind. So bringing her left arm even more and walking her left arm over towards the right side. See, that's a half bind. Can you show the folks on the camera? See, that's a half bind.
So actually, there's this like stretch like this, and this also seems to be getting at that same thing. So it's, you can think of it as like Mr. It, like for Halloween, like da 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 da.
Yep. Or like
wait, stop that.
Exactly. Or like you can grab your shirt with the right hand for a half bind, or you can grab your pants.
Yeah.
So that's a half bind. Considered a half bind.
And then this.
And then from here, take your
But then the idea is like it's easier when you're leaning forward, so you're really trying to keep the back straight while you're doing it.
Now from here, I'm going to ask you to take your left hand behind your left thigh. Yes, and then take your right forearm on the inside of your right thigh, and then reach under for a full bind.
Yes. So if I was more flexible, my torso would be
leaning back. Yeah, but here, we're going to get you.
So I'm going to, this shoulder for whatever reason is a little
lean forward first, and then now lean back. So bring your hips forward. So bring your hips forward even more. So you see how that aligns you?
And you'll feel it in your tightest point.
Yep, and now bring your left shoulder back just a bit. There you go. Perfect. Now from here, begin to release the bind, and then left hand down to the earth, right hand down to the earth, step back to plank. So the reason why she came off the mat was so she doesn't slip. And then knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Good job, Ashley. Jump your feet towards your hands or step. Forward fold. Hug the opposite elbows. Beautiful. Let the head completely go. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, press to your feet, mountain pose, or rise to stand. Close your eyes or have a soft gaze. And just notice how you feel. Any comments, any questions, please put them in the comments. We will answer them. Any specific questions for myself or Ashley, please leave the comments there. They'll get to us one way or another. So that's different ways of entering and exiting extended side angle or Parsvakonasana. Right? So from here, Ashley, inhale, arms reach out and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Half lift. Ardha Uttanasana.
Oh, sorry. Okay, super relaxed. That's probably snoozing on the job. Okay.
Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank.
So, yoga is finding comfort in the discomfort so you can
exhale, chaturanga.
Really get relaxed.
Chaturanga. So, so chaturanga, just lower yourself to a half push-up. Inhale, tuck the toes under, untuck the toes, exhale, up dog.
Okay.
I threw one in there, a hard one in there for her. She's not used to it. I threw a hard one in there for her. Beautiful.
Because he knows I can't say no.
Yes, you can't say no. Exhale, child pose. Beautiful. Good job, Ashley. Good job.
That's really good, the chaturanga for the upper body.
Beautiful. And then now from here, I'm going to ask Ashley to bring her knees apart. And we're going to stretch the upper body by bringing her, walking both hands over towards the left side of the mat. And then take her right hand on top of her left. Keep the right elbow lifted. And then press her hips back. And if you wanted to make an adjustment, you always ask. So if you're teaching a class, you would ask, may I come in and ask and touch it? And so you would take one hand, so I want her to stretch the outer edge. So I'm going to take one hand on the upper back, one hand on the lower back, and I'm going to provide a little bit of length. So I'm not pressing down, I'm pressing across, using her breath to press across. You can actually press into the sacrum a little, and you're getting a little bit more stretch in the spine. And then from here, Ashley, we inhale. Exhale, walk your hands over towards the right side of the mat. Left hand over right. Beautiful. And then press your left hip back. So I'm just going to guide Ashley's left hip back just a bit. That's what I mean by press the left hip back. Beautiful. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. And then now from here, walk your hands towards the center of the mat. And then inhale into tabletop. And then from here, extend, come towards the front of the mat, just a bit more. And then extend your right leg straight back. Toes are tucked. Press through that right heel. Yeah, stretch hamstring and calf. Now, inhale, pick the right leg up and then bring it over to the left side of the mat or off the mat. Left side, left side. Nope. Behind you, just simply. Now bring it towards the outer edge. Yeah, there you go. Now, you're here, just bring that outer edge down. Beautiful. Now, press your hips over towards the right. Press your hips over towards my arm, towards my leg. Beautiful. You feel that stretch down the whole entire. So you're getting IT band, you're getting the outer edge of that left leg, right leg, sorry. Beautiful. Now, lower the right knee down behind the left, and then now begin to bring your feet out to the sides a bit more. Nope, to the sides. Out. Okay. There you go. Now, walk your hips back, walk your hands back, have a seat between your heels. Beautiful. So now we have Ashley in a twist and a stretch. So she's stretching the outer edge of her left hip, outer edge of her right hip. Now bring your feet out a little bit more to the sides. Beautiful. You don't have to be centered on the mat. Beautiful. Now, inhale, arms reach out and overhead. Exhale, begin to forward fold. Beautiful. Let the head completely go. Draw the elbows close in toward the body. Beautiful. Now press your left hip down, push your right hip down. You feel that stretching into the hips?
It's great, and it's also like a stretch in the knees.
Yep, shins, outer edges of the hips. Good job, Ashley. Inhale. You may have seen other videos where we bring our knees to chest and we cross knee over knee and pull on the ankles. That's a little deeper stretch. And if you have lower back issues, I would suggest that as a modification versus this. And then from here, inhale, begin to lift the upper body. Exhale, arms come overhead. And then inhale, begin to rotate so that the right elbow comes on the outside. Right? Yeah, on the outside of the left. There you go. Now walk your left hand behind you. Just a bit more. Good. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. Exhale, rotate to the left a bit more. Good job, Ashley. Now, I just want to make one little adjustment so Ashley doesn't strain her neck. I'm just going to lower the shoulder down a little bit. And then maybe just she uses this hand to pull here and rotate a bit more. Now, if she did not have the length, some of our arms are shorter, simply would just take this hand under a block. So you make it accessible. The props just bring the earth up to you. That's all they do. This is a greater stretch. See, her left shoulder's not up in her left ear. Beautiful. Now, from here, Ashley, inhale, the arms reach out and overhead. Exhale, fold at the hip. Good. Now from here, begin to see if you can press yourself up into tabletop again. Uncoil, press yourself up into tabletop. There you go. Beautiful. And then extend your left leg straight back. Beautiful. Press through your left heel. So she's stretching her left calf muscle, Achilles, and as she really presses, she gets hamstring a little bit too. You feel all that going on there?
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Ashley. Now from here, take that left foot over to the right side of the mat, and then off the mat. Now press your hips over to the left. Good. Both elbows are straight, arms are straight. Good. Keep pressing over to the left, meaning. Sorry about that, class. Rude interruption.
Technical difficulty.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And now from here, begin to bring your feet out to the sides, and then bring your left knee behind your right first. No, the other way. Left knee behind the right. No.
Okay.
And then have a seat onto the ground. Beautiful. Now from here, inhale, arms reach out and overhead. Exhale, begin to rotate toward the right. Rotate toward the right. Right hand, there you go. Good. Do you feel the stretch in the outer hips?
Yes.
Good job. Good job, Ashley. Very, very nice. And then from here, inhale the arms. Come forward, inhale the arms up overhead, and then exhale, fold at the hip. Get that stretch in the outer edges of the hips, press the hips down. And then from here, press into your hands, and then begin to uncoil the legs and come to tabletop. Beautiful. And just simply, with your toes tucked, let's just do a few cat-cows. Toes tucked. Just a few. So we stretched out her shoulders, hips, hamstrings, quads, and neck. I think we got everything in, didn't we? And then from here, slowly begin to make your way onto your back, hugging your knees to chest. And we're going to do one more inversion. So extend your legs up toward the sky, arms alongside you. And think of this as rest, dead bug. And then from here, lower your feet toward the earth. And then begin to extend your legs directly out in front of you, feet to the width of the mat, palms face up, and then bring the arms just about 6 to 8 inches away. Give yourself permission to come off the mat with the arms, and just begin to notice how you feel. And normally with Savasana, you wouldn't have bright lights and cameras, so you would dim the lights in your class, or if you're doing a private session, dim the lights, or if you have an eye pillow, you can place an eye pillow over your client's eyes. You have nice, relaxing, calming music. May I place an eye pillow over your eyes? And you say goodnight, and you run, you leave the room. No, that's easy. You don't leave the room. And this is, you can use this as a guided meditation. You can leave it, you can have the Savasana be totally silent. I always suggest, if there's music, no words. And then you can guide your client into relaxation. Give them gentle reminders to release, surrender, and let go. We all need those reminders to let go, to surrender. One reminder can be, Allow this space between the eyebrows to soften by relaxing the eyelids. Part the lips to relax the jaw. Draw attention to the heart space. Allow the heart to soften. Draw attention to the belly. Allow the belly to soften. Notice the thighs, the shins, knees, top of the feet. Draw attention to the bottom of the feet, the ankles, the calves, hamstrings, buttocks, the lower back, mid and upper back. Feel the support of Mother Earth beneath you. She's got you. Feel the warmth. Allow her to hold you and embrace you in this moment as you fully let go. There's no place to go, nowhere to be but here and now. For the now is all that matters. There's no guarantee for the future. There's no guarantee for the next moment. Very, very slowly and very, very mindfully, begin to bring awareness back to the body. Begin to wiggle your fingertips and wiggle your toes. Gently, gently rotating the head from side to side. And then from here, plant your feet onto the earth. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And then come over onto either the right or left side. Pausing for a moment. You can let the eye go. Pausing for a moment. And then using your right elbow, left hand to gently press yourself up into a seated position. Again, you can have your eyes closed or have a soft gaze. And just notice how you feel. Sometimes there are subtle changes, sometimes there's a big notice that shifts, or sometimes nothing happens. You just feel more relaxed, maybe more energized, or you want more Savasana. In this case, I think she wants more Savasana.
I have to say, Peter is the relaxation guru. If anyone is lucky enough to be in Westport, Connecticut, Presence Wellness is where he is. He specializes in one-to-one, and it's really relaxing.
It's because of the reminders of that, telling your body, right? Those little cues. I feel like that really helps. It helps me. So like I try to download that to everybody I work with.
Thank you so much all for your time. See you next week. And thank you, Peter, for teaching for a cause. Take care.
Thank you so much, Ashley, for having me.